Hi, I'm Andy. I'm a medical assistant here at the Center for New Medicine. And if you're watching this video, you've been advised by your healthcare practitioner to utilize mistletoe. Mistletoe is from the mistletoe tree. There are 3 versions: mistletoe A from the fir tree, mistletoe M from the apple tree, and mistletoe P from the pine tree. The version that you're going to be using is going to be fully dependent on what your practitioner recommends. We are going to start here today just by showing you all of the resources that you're going to need in order to administer your mistletoe injection. It will also determine your starting dose based off of if you've done IV mistletoe or if you're starting only with subcutaneous. So your box will come with a starter kit of different doses, typically from dose 1 milligram to 10 milligrams. In that, you will have your individual glass ampules. You will also be recommended either a 3 cc syringe or a 1 cc syringe. A filter needle. So this is what's going to separate any micro glass molecules that will slip into the bottom of the vial when breaking it open, to ensure that none of that glass is administered into the body. So this is only used to draw from this ampule. Lastly, we have our 27 by half gauge. You may also be recommended 30 by half gauge. There is a number of different varying in the needles, but that will be recommended by your practitioner. This is the needle that's going to be used to administer the mistletoe. So here we have our glass ampule. You can flick the top just to make sure all your contents moves into the bottom of the vial. Since it is glass, you typically want to use a tissue and push out. So then we have our little open glass ampule right there. We have our 3 cc syringe. And we're going to keep everything as sterile as possible. We also have our filter needle. So you're going to put the syringe on the needle and screw it in. Take off the cap. And then you'll draw up your contents from the ampule. Once you've drawn up all the mistletoe, put the cap back on. You're going to go ahead and open your second needle. This is the one for the administration. Take off the blunt needle and switch on the injection needle. So as you can see, there's a little bit of air in the top of that syringe. You're going to push it up. Push the contents up until you get rid of that air bubble. And then for the administration, you're going to be doing subcutaneous, so that's right in your stomach. You want to alternate sides. You're going to typically be doing this 3 days a week. You're going to alternate between right and left. You are looking for an immune response, so that is a localized reaction. It can be a raised red bump. It can be a little itchy, a little firm. Some people might have some flu-like symptoms. If you do get that reaction, it is to be expected. It is ideal. Just let your healthcare practitioner know, because they may alter your dosing a little bit. You might have to take a couple days off. They might taper you back down to a lower dose. That's all going to be up to your healthcare professional. So once we have the mistletoe, you're going to go ahead and insert it into your stomach, so typically between 1 and 3 inches of your belly button, and then about 1.5 inches above your waistline. So with that, you want to use your alcohol pad. Do 1 sweep, and you want to wait for it to dry just to avoid any additional stinging or burning. Your injection needle is a 1/2 inch. It's only necessary to go in about 1/4 inch. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to inject. You're just going to see the insertion point. So spread the skin with your index and your thumb finger and just go straight down. And then you'll push the syringe, push the contents of the syringe You'll have your biohazard, which I have to my left, and then just go ahead and put a little cotton ball over it. You can also put a little band-aid. Typically there is no bleeding. If you do, it's totally fine. Just put a little band-aid over that, and then you'll dispose of your needles in your biohazard container. Thanks for watching.